Okay, hi everyone. Looks like it's just me today, so I'm gonna go ahead and get us started here. Alright, looks like you can still see I turned off the lights for myself today. It's a nice relaxing evening after a long day, so it's good to have the lights off if you're at home joining me. Today I have a yoga block, and this is actually my first yoga block ever. I don't know how I managed so long without one, honestly, because these can be such a lifesaver. But if you don't have a yoga block, grab a big book or, a side table or, anything small that you can have on hand. They're very helpful. And, for the past 2 years, I've honestly just used a Harry Potter book because they're nice and big and almost the same size. So just grab anything you can if you feel like it. And whenever you're ready, come and join me. Find a comfortable seat on your mat. Go ahead and close the eyes here and just begin to focus on the breath. We're going to slowly begin to bring awareness into the body today. Go ahead and sit up nice and tall here, rolling the shoulders back away from the chest. Maybe if you're a little uncomfortable here, you take your block or your book and just go ahead and sit it behind you. Give yourself a nice little seat so you're not putting so much pressure on your knees or your ankles here. Inhale in, nice big shoulder roll here. Squeeze the shoulders up to the ears. And exhale, roll them back. Let's do that once more. Inhale, draw the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, roll it back. Inhale, we're going to draw the palms up overhead. Nice long spine here. Spread the fingertips far apart and point them up to the sky. Exhale, roll the shoulders down. We'll do that once more. Inhale, hands come up. Exhale, roll the shoulders back. Here we're going to let the right fingertips fall to the edge of the mat here, the right side. And on an inhale, we're going to scoop that left hand up overhead, leaning to the right side. Get that nice big stretch here. Be careful we're not leaning forward. We're rolling the chest up towards the ceiling, creating space between our arms and our ears. Inhale back to center. Plant the left fingertips down to the ground. Inhale up and over. Nice big stretch. Really pull in that side body here. back to center. We're gonna slowly unwind here. If you were sitting on your toes or your yoga block, go ahead and move it out from under you. We're gonna make our way onto the butt here, and we're really gonna spread our legs out nice and long, following the yoga mat. If you're here, or if you need to walk your feet in a little more, go ahead. Find a nice generous bend in the knees here. Inhale in, sit up nice and tall. And when you're comfortable and you're ready, on an exhale, we're going to plant the palms in front of us and slowly walk them forward. Here we want to remember to stay active through all parts of the body. So we're going to point our toes up to the ceiling. We're going to ground down in our thighs, really pushing them down into the mat here. Stretching forward with the fingertips. We're not rounding through the spine here. Nice and tall, flat back. Take a few breaths here and really enjoy this stretch in the thighs. On your next exhale, maybe you take the fingertips and walk them out just a hair further, deepening this stretch with the breath. Inhale in. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale in. Exhale out. On your next exhale, deep breath in, and exhale. We're going to lower down onto our forearms here, round through the back, and let the head hang limp. On your next exhale, we're slowly going to walk the palms back in towards the center of the body. Slowly raising up. Bringing our spine back into a straight position. Push the shoulders back away from the chest here. Really lift the crown of the head up and back. We're going to take the left foot and draw it slowly into the midline here. Pull that left foot and ankle right up next to the right thigh here, grounding into the mat, pointing the toes up to the sky. Inhale, roll the shoulders back and stretch those fingertips behind you. Nice chest opening movement here. Exhale, bring the palms together behind you. Maybe you're going to loop the fingertips or grab the palms like this together. Grab together whenever you're comfortable. And you're going to stretch those palms out away from the body. Sit up nice and tall here. Exhale, release. Shake it out a little bit. Inhale in. We're going to plant the right palm down to the edge of the mat. Raise the left fingertips up high above. Roll the shoulder back away from the front of the chest and really lean into this left side body stretch. If you feel like you want to deepen this stretch here, go ahead and take your right hand down to your right foot And help pull into the stretch just a little more. Inhale, come back to center. We're going to swap sides here. Send that left foot out nice and long now. And draw that right foot in to meet the left thigh. Check in with the body here. Sit up nice and tall. Point those toes up to the sky and ground that thigh down nice and strong here. Inhale in. Arms come up overhead. Exhale, rolling down and back. Point the fingertips to the wall behind you, to the back of the mat. And on an exhale, loop the fingertips back behind and stretch it out. Send them far away from the back body. Exhale, release. Shake it out a little bit. Inhale in. Plant the left fingertips. Reach that right arm up overhead and lean into the right side body stretch now. Remember, we're being careful not to crunch down. We're not bringing this right shoulder up over to the face. We're rotating. We're creating space. Chest is pointing to the ceiling. Inhale back to center. We're going to draw the feet in now together. Put the bottoms of the feet towards one another. Now, if you're sitting comfortably here or you need to give yourself a little bit more space, that's fine. Go ahead. The most important thing we're going to do here is really ground in on these thighs. So it doesn't matter so much where your feet are. Go ahead and get in a comfortable position. Sit up nice and tall here. Draw the feet in as much as you can, but no rushing today. Inhale in. And on an exhale, we're just going to lean forward ever so slightly. This really works on the inner thighs here. It's really good, stretching everything open nice and slow. On your next exhale, really challenge yourself to just sink a little deeper, keeping your back straight, but if you can, lean forward just a hair farther. Inhale, come back to center with me. We're going to draw the knees up into the midline and make our way into a tabletop position here. Take your time getting there nice and slow today. Let's check in with the body as we get into this position. Our knees need to be directly below the hip crease. When we come down, our elbows and our wrists are going to be directly in line with the shoulders. We're active through the spine here. We're really drawing the navel up and in and making sure our back is nice and flat. Eyes look forward here. On an inhale, drop the belly down to meet the mat. On your exhale, round the belly. Spine goes up to the ceiling. Let the head hang. Inhale, drop the belly down, opening the chest. Eyes are looking forward. Exhale, rounding through the back. Go ahead and take a few moments. Follow your own breath here. Inhale, belly comes down. Exhale, round it out. On your next inhale, find your place of stillness here. We're going to walk the palms forward just a hair further and really ground down in the bottoms of the feet here. Send our hips back and find an extended child's pose. This is a very good resting pose, but it's also very great for opening up the hips and opening up the shoulders. So really ground down and let the head fall and open up through those shoulders in your chest. Inhale, come back up into all fours in our tabletop position. We're going to draw the belly in, curl the toes under, and slowly make your way into a downward facing dog. Hips come up to the sky. Eyes are looking forward here, in between the palms. Take a few moments and pedal out the feet. When you find your place of stillness here, let the back ankles really sink down. Find your pose. Eyes are looking up between the palms. Stretching through those shoulders, grounding the feet down. Take a few breaths here. Inhale in through the nose. Exhale out. Inhale in. Exhale out. On your next inhale, we're going to settle into the right foot here, letting it sink down, and slowly raise the left toes up high to the sky. Exhale, we're going to draw that left foot up to the palms or wherever it falls on the mat. Don't worry about where it gets you today. We're going to slowly raise up into a high lunge. Take your time, find your balance. Maybe once you're up nice and high, you step the foot forward just a little bit more. So you're really challenging yourself to sink into a new position today. Our hips are squared forward. Eyes are focusing on one point so as to not lose our balance. If you're comfortable here, go ahead and raise the arms up overhead. Point the fingers to the sky. Draw the navel in. Nice and tight here. One more. Inhale in. You've got this. Exhale. Slowly lower the palms down on either side of the left foot. With strength here, we're going to send that left foot back to meet the right. Finding our high or our low plank today, if that's where you're at. Exhale, lower the belly down. Inhale, lift the chest up off the ground. And find our baby cobra here. Eyes are looking forward. The tops of the feet are grounding down into the mat. Exhale, lower down. On your next inhale, you're going to push away from the mat, raising the body back into our tabletop position here. Take a few moments and check in with the breath with a gentle cat-cow. Inhale in, drop the belly down. Exhale, round it out. Inhale in. Exhale, round. We're going to bring those big toes together here. Spread the knees as wide as the mat and send it back into our extended child's pose. Bring those arms up high overhead and sink down into this pose. On your next inhale, slowly make your way back up into all fours here. My mat smells really good in this position. I can smell yoga mist spray that we carry here in the shop if you feel like smelling like grapefruit. Here we go. We're going to curl the toes under and send our hips up and back into our downward facing dog once more here. Take a moment and pedal out the feet. Follow your own breath and find a little organic movement here. When you're ready, find your stillness. Sink those back feet down into the ground. Eyes looking forward. Inhale in. Exhale out. Inhale in. Exhale out. We're going to plant the left foot now and send the right toes up high to the sky. You've got this. On your next exhale, we're going to bring that right foot down to the mat. Let it fall where it may. No worries about getting any further than this if you don't want to. We're going to raise up into our high lunge. So if you had your foot back a little more, go ahead and walk it out away from the body. Challenge yourself to sink deep and low into this pose. When you find your point of balance, use a table or a wall next to you if you need to. Draw the navel in. Eyes are looking forward. And when you're ready, inhale. Arms come up overhead. On an exhale, we're slowly going to lower the palms down on either side of the right foot here. Plant the palms and step it back into our high or our low plank, wherever you're at today. Inhale in. Exhale, lower down. On your next inhale, we're going to find our baby cobra once more. Ground down through the tops of the feet. Slowly raise up. Exhale, lower the head and chest down to the mat. Good job, everyone. We're going to be strong through the palms and the fingertips and slowly send it back into our extended child's pose. Big toes are together, knees are as wide as the mat here, and let those hips fall back and open up through the spine and chest. On an inhale, slowly raise the body up. Find your tabletop position here. We'll stay for just a moment to catch our breath. Inhale, drop the belly down to the mat. Exhale, round it out. Inhale, find your stillness. Straight back here. Curl the toes under. Walk the palms forward if you need to. And send the hips back. Take as generous a bend in the knees here as you need to. If your downward facing dog looks more like this, that's fine. Don't worry about getting those legs so straight right now if you can't do it. Focus instead on really enjoying the movement of the pose, relaxing through the ankles, strengthening the arms. Inhale in. Exhale, find your stillness. Sink into the pose. Maybe you look like this. Maybe your legs are straightened. Maybe your feet even come down to the floor. Wherever you're at today, that's good for you. Inhale in. We're going to bring that right foot up here, nice and high to the sky. Exhale, drawing it in. Plant it down to the mat. Wherever you get it, that's fine. Turn the left toes out away from the body. And we're going to stand up nice and tall here. Take a moment to check in with me. Our hips are squared forward, looking towards the right foot. We're sinking into our right foot here, but making sure the knee does not extend further than the ankle. Draw in through the navel. Spine is nice and straight. When you're ready, inhale in and draw the arms up overhead. This is our Warrior One pose. On your next exhale, turn the body to the side and stretch those arms out nice and long. Right fingertips are pointing to the right side of the body. Nice big stretch here. On your next exhale, go ahead, if you have your book or your block, get that ready. We're going to take our block here in our hand, or your Harry Potter book, whatever you've got going. Plant it down on the ground beside the foot, and we're going to open through the chest and stretch that left hand up to the sky. Exhale, raise it back up into our Warrior Two. Arms are nice and strong forward. We're going to straighten through that right leg here. Give yourself a little break. Good job. I'm going to turn around so everyone can see from this angle here. Now we're going to point both toes in the same direction. maybe you spread the feet just a little bit further apart for this movement here. On an inhale, raise the arms up overhead. Exhale, we're going to lower down. Bend the knees as generously as you need to, and find yourself in a forward fold. Take your block or your book here, and just use it maybe to rest your forehead on. If you need a bit deeper of a stretch, go ahead and move your yoga block or your book and let the head fall down as far as it goes. Inhale, we're slowly going to raise up to a flat back position. The palms here will come to the tops of the thighs and really lengthen and extend through the spine all the way through the crown of the head. Eyes are looking forward. Inhale in. Exhale, lower down, forward fold. Inhale, raise up into flat back here, but keep the fingertips down on the floor or here on your block or book. We're going to use the strength of the palms here and slowly walk the feet in towards the midline. Take your time. When you've got your feet about a hip width apart here, we're going to exhale, release all that tension down into a forward fold. Let the head and the spine hang like a rag doll. Take a generous bend in the knees if you feel like it. Inhale, raise the body up into a flat back position. Nice and long here. Spine is straight. Exhale, lower down. We're going to plant the palms in front of us here and step, or maybe you hop, whatever works for you today. But find yourself in a high plank. Nice and strong here, spreading into the fingertips. Spread those fingertips apart, really ground into the mat. Inhale in. Exhale, lower down. On your next inhale, lift the chest up off the ground into your baby cobra. Grounding down through the tops of the feet here. We're lifting the chest. Exhale down. Bring the big toes in to meet each other. And we're going to raise up and send the hips back into our child's pose. Inhale, come up onto all fours in our tabletop position here. Take a moment to check in with the body. Our hips and our feet are all hips width apart. They're even with one another. Take a gentle movement, swaying side to side. Follow your breath. On your next inhale, walk the palms forward, curl the toes under, and we find our downward facing dog. With strength in the abdomen, spread those fingertips nice and wide and far apart, ground into the mat here. And when you're ready, raise it up into our down dog. Take a few breaths here. Inhale in. Exhale out. When you're ready, really ground down through that right foot. We're going to raise up the left toes high to the sky. Exhale, step it forward. We're going to pivot on the back foot. That means we're turning the toes away from the body. We're raising up nice and slow. Check in with your laundry here. Make sure everything's where it needs to be. If you need to, walk the left foot out further away from the midline. Square the hips forward. Draw the navel in. When you're ready and you find your point of balance, inhale, raise the arms up overhead. On your next exhale, we're going to twist the body and send the arms out nice and long. We're spreading the fingertips nice and far apart here. We're tucking the tailbone in and making sure our back is straight. When you're ready, go ahead and get your block or your book situated once more in your left hand here. On an exhale, we're going to lower that left block down to the ground. Roll the shoulders. We're not crunching here. We're rolling the shoulders up to the sky and stretch the right hand up. Exhale, we're going to slowly lower down. Take your block to the side. Plant the palms on either side of that left foot here. And we're going to slowly make our way into a high or a low plank. Yogi's choice. Inhale in. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, find your baby cobra here. Lift the chest up off the ground. Exhale, lower down. We'll take a moment here to refocus on the breath. Bring the hands or bring the block up to the front of the mat and rest your head down. Take a moment here. Inhale in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. When you're ready, go ahead and slide that block out from under you. Plant the palms and make your way back up into your tabletop position. You've got this. check in with the body here. Wrists are below the shoulders. Knees are hip widths apart. We're drawing the belly into the spine here. Inhale, eyes look forward. On your next inhale, stretch the right hand out in front of you. Spread the fingertips nice and far apart. And exhale, we're going to take that right hand and stretch it through this left hole here. We're going to let the right shoulder fall down to the mat, and the right ear will come and follow. In your left palm, you're really grounding down into the mat, and you're going to use this side and push the left shoulder away from the front body. On your next exhale, push in through that left palm and slowly unwind from this twist. Let your right hand fall back into this position of a tabletop. Eyes are looking forward once more. Big inhale in. Exhale, raise the left fingertips out in front. Spread the fingers far apart here. Draw the navel in. Exhale, we're going to wind it through to the other side. Let that left shoulder fall to the mat. Your left ear will follow. Really take the fingers on the right hand and push away from the mat, stretching into that left shoulder. On your next exhale, we're slowly going to unwind from this side. Plant the palms into tabletop position. And when you're ready, follow your breath here. Inhale, drop the belly down to the ground. Exhale, round out the spine. Inhale, drop the belly down. Exhale, round it out. Good. Here we're going to come down onto our elbows. The elbows will come to the same place on the mat where the palms are. Send the palms down to the mat here, grounding down through the forearms. We're going to curl the back toes under and raise our hips up off the ground, sinking into the feet here. This is called a puppy dog pose. It's a variation on downward facing dog. If you ever find that downward facing dog is painful for the wrists, or it's a little too difficult for you today, always come into this position instead. Exhale, lower down onto the knees and slowly make your way into a seated position. Maybe you take your block once more and you can use it as a little bit of support right underneath the butt, in between the legs here. Your block or your Harry Potter book, whatever you've got today with you. We're going to sit up nice and tall here. Straighten the back, drawing that spine in. Push the shoulders away from the front body. Inhale in. Exhale, nice and long here. Inhale in. lungs with each exhale. Inhale in. Exhale out. We're going to plant the left fingertips onto the left side here and take that right palm to the left knee. Give ourselves a nice, gentle opening twist. Exhale back to center. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Plant the fingertips on the right side down to the ground. Left hand comes to right knee and twist into the side. Exhale, release. We're going to go ahead and remove our yoga block. Move it to the side today. I think we're probably done with it. Make your way onto the butt here and send the legs out nice and long. Draw the right foot up to the midline here. We'll find a nice gentle twist. Straighten the crown of the head. And we're going to exhale. We're going to find our right elbow comes to right knee and twist open the side body. We're not crunching down. We're not moving like this down to the ground. Our spine is nice and tall. Our head is up above the shoulders. And we're twisting into the side here. Remember to remain active through all parts of the body. Ground down in the left thigh and point the left toes up to the sky. Inhale in. Exhale out. One more breath cycle here. Inhale in. Exhale out. On your next exhale, we're going to make our way into neutral position. And we're going to switch sides. Send that right foot out nice and long now. Draw that left foot up and in. Sit up nice and tall here. We're going to turn now to the right side. Our left elbow comes to left knee. Sitting up, straightening through the crown of the head. And when you're ready, exhale, twist. Exhale, back to center. We're going to draw both knees in together now. Sit up nice and tall. Hug those knees into the body. And we're going to slowly begin to rock back. Make our way onto our backs here. Take your time. Gently rock here. And when you're ready, find your breaking point. Hug the knees into the midline. Maybe follow your breath and rock side to side for a moment here. Nice big hug. Last time. Pull the knees into the chest. And exhale. Let the feet go out nice and long. They fall to the edge of the mat here. Inhale in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Release the tension in the arms and the shoulders here. Let the palms fall where they may. begin to notice any places where you're holding tension in the body. Maybe wiggle the hips a little bit. Release any tightness there. Release the tension in the eyebrows and in the cheeks. Take a moment now to think of some words of affirmation you can share with yourself today. It can even be the smallest thing. It's okay that I did not wash the dishes after dinner before I came here today. When you're ready, slowly begin to bring awareness back into the body. Wiggle the fingertips, wiggle the toes, turn the head from side to side. Wiggle the knees, wiggle the elbows. Draw the knees in together here and slowly turn over onto your side. Take a few breaths here. When you're ready, slowly make your way into a seated position on your mat. Take your time, move nice and slow today, till you find a nice, comfortable position here. On your next inhale, slowly bring the palms up overhead. Kiss the fingertips together and hands come down to heart center. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste, everyone. And as always, please feel free to contact me and let me know if you have any questions or concerns. Have a good day.